Hello, class. Today we're working on project 2, which is designing an advertorial. An advertorial is actually an advertisement made to look like an editorial layout. So one thing we want to be conscious of with this magazine is that it needs to be practical. So it can't just be articles. Um, it needs to sell something, and what it sells is ads. And isn't that annoying, right? I hate ads. I hate commercials. I really do. But that's what keeps it going. That's what people pay for, what companies pay for. So um, if you sell ad space, people want to know how many editions or how many um, magazines you're printing out and what the distribution is. So if it's a lot, if it's being seen by many, then that's what you want to sell. So the idea came to me and a friend of mine a while back, that we wanted to start a magazine on an area in Houston called Harwin. And Harwin is kind of all disorganized. It sells a bunch of different items like prom dresses and belts and shoes and hair products, right? So we had decided that we wanted to create a directory and an online, and also to have a magazine that went out, and you can check out, when you're looking for like t-shirts or whatever it is that you're looking for, that you can use that directory and it would have a map. And so what you would be selling to the owners of these stores is to be featured on there. You would have to sell the you would have to sell them into the idea that they want to be part of your magazine, right? So through the magazine, you can put different stories. You could put a story about a prom, you could put a story about somebody's wedding, and all kinds of stuff. We had all these ideas that we were going to do. So, but we have to be mindful of how this is going to actually generate. So we have to think about things outside the box, like an advertorial that, you can feature somebody that wants to be on there and they want to sell their product. So that's what we're going to do. And eventually we're going to also design ads. Magazines, they charge a lot of money if you want to be part of their ads. Um, you have to go through their design process because they're not going to just accept any ad that you throw at them. Oh, I made this in Word, and I just put it together, and you think that they're going to feature that in their magazine and make it look non-professional. So they have designers in-house that can design that, and it's very costly. I'm pretty sure it is. So to be featured, and also for them to do a design for you. So so your ads also have to look like they're part of your magazine. You can't just throw them in there and copy and paste it from someone. You have to treat them as it's part of the flow. It feels right. If you're doing a magazine on a wedding, you can put ads on wedding cakes, flowers, um, makeup, all kinds of different things. So think about all these other companies that will want to be promoted in your magazine. So so yeah, so don't just treat these ads or advertorials like nothing. I think that they're a very integral part of your magazine. So having said that, let's look at some samples. Okay, so here we have, this is a little bit more corporate, but the idea is that they have their logo, they have a call to action, and it looks like a story. Okay, so it looks like an editorial. this one looks a little bit more inviting, I think. So it's still about health, but they have a logo down here which lets you know that it's an advertorial. It makes it look like an editorial, but it's really selling something. And sometimes you can even use a recipe, but you're really selling a product. Okay. What happened? There we go. All right. So here they're selling this product, which is to cook with, but they have a recipe right there. I see that a lot. Actually, my local grocery store has a free magazine. I love it. I love to pick those up and look at the different recipes, but they're always selling the products, try this recipe with this mayo and with this bread and with this, so it's I think it's pretty clever, and I want to see what kind of recipes they have out there. So there's different ideas, right? Now let's go back to where we left off. All right. So this is where we left off last time. I want you to pay attention to the pages. All right. If you don't see your pages window, go to window and you should see pages right there. All right. To add a page, you click and drag one of these pages out here, and then you can see the new layout, the new canvas. Okay, so what we want to do is, of course, the first thing we want to do is add some images. So I'm going to go to Pexels, and I'm going to do a recipe on spaghetti. So I'm going to go and I've already decided that I want this one. Right click, save image as, and it goes back to where I have all my images. So I say save, and I went and I looked for a spaghetti recipe. I had to scroll through so many ads to get down to the very bottom to where the recipe was. Yes, it hurt, but that's what you got to do. That's what pays for things. So we go to this recipe, and then I also looked for, because I'm gonna use a product, I put olive oil PNG. PNG means that the background um, is going to be transparent. Now, they get really tricky. I don't know why. When you see the little checkered gray and white, it means it's transparent, but if it already has it on the thumbnail, I think they're trying to trick you. So if you click on something that has a white thumbnail background and then you see this checkered, that means it is transparent. So I am going to pick this one right here. So you right click that, save image as, and you put it, what kind of image is it? Oh, it's a PNG olive oil. It's going to my image folder, say save. Okay, so now we go to the InDesign, which I just noticed I haven't saved it. So file, save as, and I'm going to put it in my desktop publishing and mag. Ah, it's I'm not sure what I'm choosing all kinds of different topics, so I'm just gonna do magazine design just for the sake. Save. Yeah, you never want to be working on something and not save it because, of course, that's when the lights go out. And trying to retrieve something is just not good. Okay, so you see how the rectangle frame tool, there has, last time we talked about the rectangle, but if you click and hold down, you'll see an ellipse, which is the circle. Now we're going to shift and click and drag to get a perfect circle, and then Control D to import. And we want that spaghetti picture. Okay. If you click on the white arrow tool and click on the image, and of course, shift and click and drag, you can make it smaller or get it exactly where you want it to be. So it lets you know where within that circle the image, how big that image is. Okay. You'll get more familiarized with InDesign the more you use it. I know that it can be kind of overwhelming sometimes, but take it slowly. Don't push it. Okay, so the next thing I want to get some text. So let's just go with this easy peasy spaghetti recipe. Control V. Let's get closer. All right. Now let's see. Let's choose a character. Let's go with a different font. Something a little bold. Um, okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. Let's choose this one. I love Gotham. That's my favorite. And let's make it bold. And let's make it 36. Okay. Now it's the black to me doesn't make it appetizing, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of the green in the picture since I'm going to be also making it like I'm gonna be talking about olive oil. Okay, so when I do all caps, I like to spread it out a little bit because caps is a little bit hard to read. So to open up the spacing between the letters is called tracking, and you want to just kind of play with that and see what looks best. Okay. Okay. I want a lot of text. So this is probably something that I can put at the bottom with the recipe, but I want a heavy text to show you what I need to do. And there's a lot of different, see, there's just pictures and it's just not giving me, okay, let's start with this right here. And we're going to add a big text box, okay? Just to show you what I want to do. And we're just going to keep adding the text that goes with it because it's just, um, it's just a lot of ads on this one. So we're just going to continue copying and pasting. Okay, I think a little bit more. Just, I think up to there. Yeah, up to there. Right there. Okay. Now what I want to show you is the text wrap tool. Okay. In order for that to work, first thing, let's make sure the window is open. Um, you go to Windows and go to Text Wrap Tool. Okay. And you want to make sure that you select the two, both things, the image and the text is selected. And then you click on the text wrap and you click on the third one because it's a circle. Okay, now we want to add a little bit of we want to add a little bit of room. Okay, it's not doing what I want it to do. Okay, does this have to be in the foreground? Let's see. Bring to front. Or is it this that needs, that's what needs it. Okay. See, this is a good learning uh, opportunity. You could be adding space around the text box and it's not working. It's you have to add space around the image. So you have the image selected and you add a little bit of space, a little bit of buffer. Okay, this one did not need the space that I thought I needed. Okay. And you see how some of the text is coming out here? It just looks wrong. So what I do is I just make sure that that does not happen by just making it come out up to there and pushing this up a little bit more. Okay, maybe we did not need all that at the bottom. I think we could stop right here, right there. The reason why is that that little text box is because there's spaces. So if you hit delete, it'll go away. It's just telling you there's more things there that you need to look at. Okay, so now I have now I would like to put the recipe down here in like an olive green. But that's way too dark for me. My background colors, I always want them very, uh, very CMYK, very light. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Sometimes it helps. Let me see. Swatches. All right. Sometimes when we want a specific color, we want to go to the color library. If you go click on this little drop down, and then we go to new color swatch, and we choose the Pantones, coded or uncoated. Um, you sometimes have these books that are very specific with the colors. Like, for instance, Coca-Cola has a very specific red that they always use, and they pay big money to keep that red color. Um, so you can choose an array of colors, and I would like a green. So here we're getting to the greens. I like something like this. Okay, that's good right there. So it's a very specific Pantone, and if you actually look for Pantone swatches, Pantone swatches, swatch book. A lot of graphic design firms will have these, and they're very specific about the way that those colors come out. So, and it's a different type of printing. It's not, it's offset versus digital, but I think they're kind of merging together. So, yeah, maybe I need to do a whole video talking about colors and Pantones, but for now, we've got that. And let's go to, what's that? Let me see. I was looking for the recipe. Yeah, let's go back to the recipe. Here we go. Let's get the ingredients and the instructions. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, let's see. All right, it looks like I have to make a different column. Make sure it's a rectangle frame tool. And make sure that when I'm with the black arrow, I click and click on the other box so the rest of the content goes there. Okay. So the ingredients, let's give that a different look. Let's choose the green. Let's choose a different green. Let's make that bigger and bold. Okay, so this font doesn't have a bold, which of course. Um, bold. Okay. And okay, so then I wonder if I click on this and I use oh, it actually grabbed the um the style. That was just a shortcut. I didn't want to create a, I know I shouldn't have done that. Okay, Shift W. Okay, I need to clean up these bullets, obviously, but I'm not going to do it for the sake of time. So I'm going to make this a little bit, yeah, right there. So I have room for my olive oil product. So I have my content box, Control D. Here's my olive oil, open. It's too big. Control Alt Shift and E. All right. Shift W. Okay, that's looking better. All right, we're just gonna leave it like that. But it could actually, if we wanted it to come out to kind of, oh, I don't know. It's up to you. Okay, so now to save this for D2L. File, export. Let's call this olive oil. Advertorial. I just abbreviated it. Okay, so Adobe Print, that's important. Save. Press quality just because we're going to upload it online. Now, like I said, when you're getting ready to print this out and you want a really good quality, make sure you select high quality print. Now, it's very important. This one is actually page 2. You have to pay attention to what you're exporting. So I'm going to say 2. And that way I don't export the other one that I did before. Okay, so that's very important. I had to redo this video because I didn't specify that last time, and I was having students throughout the whole semester uploading all of their projects at the same time, and it was your file gets too big, and so you need to remember to do that. Okay, so the marks and bleeds stay the same. General, okay, I think everything looks good. Export, it should work. And now let's preview. Let's go to File, Open. And let me see, where did we put it? Where did it go? Did it go to my desktop? Huh, let me see. I think it went to the desktop. I have no idea where it went. That is not good. Okay, so File, Export. It went to project 1. Okay, I see. See, digital publishing 1. It's project 2. Save. You got to make sure you know where it's going. All right. Everything else is set. Now let's go look for it. File, open. It was on my desktop. Sorry. Nope. Project 2, magazine design. Why does it say magazine design? I didn't change the... Oh, you guys. This is what it looks like. All right. So that's it. You upload to D2L and there you go. I think I could have made some of these style better, using the style sheets. That's something I could have done. Maybe make it green or maybe even like a red or a like a brown or a reddish brown, something like that. Colors are appetizing. So when it comes to food, you want to make sure you pick those kind of things. But like I said, you can choose whatever you want.